The 1973 Manuscript, When Russia Descends to Constantinople. The late, faithful, and chosen servant of the Gospel, the wise Dimitrios Panagopoulos, fell asleep in the Lord on 13th February 1982. Among his many writings, which may exceed 100, also authored a work titled Saints and Wise Men Concerning the Things That Are to Come. It appears to have been published for the first time in 1973. At a time when the matters he addressed in his work were entirely unknown to most people. In it, he gathers prophecies about future events and arrives at the conclusion that follows, which is of great interest. Because our times are evil, I decided to present it for the benefit of those who concern themselves with such matters. In closing, the author meaningfully notes, "Let us repent while we still have time, and God will help." Russia first descends to Constantinople, occupying all of Turkey. Bulgaria is destroyed, and Sofia becomes a prey to fire. The Bulgarian army, pursued by the Russians, retreats into Greek territory and is disarmed. Germany advances with force against Russia, and Italy also disembarks troops in Albania and rushes swiftly against the Russians. The front shifts from the west to southeastern Europe, the Baltic Sea, Ukraine, the Black Sea, and the regions around the borders of Constantinople. Russia gathers great forces to defend the straits and to cut off Germany from entering Asia Minor. England, in agreement with Russia, and even with Turkey, will be forced to become subservient to Russia. It will violate certain small nations through the power of its fleet and seize certain bases directed against Italy. Italy, after a certain shock it will experience from St. Spiridon, will be terrified and will respect the sacred soil of Greece. Japan enters the war as an ally of Germany and Italy. Russia will hold the straits of the city for 5 months. During this time, the fiercest battles will take place, and the dead on both sides will be countless. In Western Europe, revolutions will continue, and blood will flow. After 5 months in Asia, Japan will defeat Russia. This blow will weaken Russia, giving Germany and Italy the opportunity to overcome her and occupy all of Turkey and beyond. Then India will revolt and separate from England. After a temporary agreement, 3 overseers will be appointed in the east, and Constantinople will become autonomous. But this will give one of the victorious nations, one of those who appointed the 3 overseers, the opportunity to seize the city. Then all the nations, north and south, 18 in total, will rush in anger to seize the borders of the city and Asia Minor. There the final and fiercest war will take place, and few will survive. Greece, from the beginning, will not participate in this war, but its army will remain at its borders, as an observer, for 3 days and 3 nights. This harsh battle will continue along an 1,800-kilometer front, at sea from the Straits to Smyrna, the Dodecanese, etc. The ships of the Mediterranean will be thrown into the air like dry twigs, and on land, from Constantinople and the mainland, blood will flow up to the horse's bridle. Few will survive from the remaining armies. On the 3rd day of the battle, at the 3rd hour, on the 3rd day, a cloud will appear in the sky, brighter than the sun, from which the whole world will be illuminated, and to its right, a fiery cross. Then the combatants, terrified and gazing at the heavens, turning toward the radiant cloud, will hear a thunderous voice. "Stand firm, stand firm, stand firm. Peace be unto you." Then the fighters, seized with fear, will throw down their weapons. They will see the radiant cloud turning toward Greece, and they will hear a second thunderous voice. "Turn to the right side, where there is a man who is a supplicant, of noble stature. Choose him as your lord, for he is my friend." From him, committees will be formed from the remaining armies of the nations, and they will come to Greece to the end of the bow, and they will find an elderly man of 70 years, solemn, seated between 2 columns, whose name is Ioannis, known to all, yet hidden today from our eyes. We all knew him, yet never understood who he truly was, though he was among us. They will accompany him with great joy and thanksgiving to God, to proclaim him Emperor of Constantinople, of the entire Balkan Peninsula, of Asia Minor, Egypt, Palestine, and as far as India. Then the Greek army will hasten to occupy all these regions, establishing governors by order of the emperor, who is appointed for the restoration of the nations, which will be placed under the Greek nation. At first, the Synod of the Church will convene in Athens and Jerusalem until the city is rebuilt, for it will have been destroyed by the fire of the war. The Turks will believe and be baptized. 1/3 will remain in the land. 1/3 will flee and be enslaved in the east, and 1/3 will be killed in the war. Italy will find itself in such a difficult position that it will come seeking liberation. Rome will become a prey to fire, and the Pope will be deposed. Germany, which will be the protector of the lands it has occupied and will render justice to them, will be the first to support Greece and the Orthodox Balkan states. It will advocate on behalf of Greece, being the first to believe in the Orthodox faith, and thus it will become genuine, and from Greece it will receive glory. From the book, Saints and Wise Men Concerning the Things That Are to Come, page 86 to 88, written by Dimitrios Panagopoulos.